Jason was born on September 13th, 1930, at Hoo, Sussex, England. Circa 1940, Jason's mother Olive and Frederick Raymond Jason Winters before the Germans started bombing England in World War II. At 10 years old, Jason was living in war-torn London. Like many children, he was sent away to the country to escape the relentless Blitz. However, Jason did not like his new home, so he ran away back to London to find his home. Despite the air raid, he finally made it to Victoria Station and was found by a policeman and reunited with his family. In 1947, the family immigrated to Canada. Jason is 17 years old when he arrived in British Columbia. He became a lumberjack. 1955. Jason is discovered in Tucson, Arizona. At 25 years old and 193 centimeters tall, ready for adventure. Asked if he could ride a horse, he replied yes, and was instantly hired for $80 a day as a stuntman for Universal Studios.
I have a gentleman here with me today that should have died 19 years ago from cancer. Sir Jason Winters. Sir Jason, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Very good. Boy, do you look great.
Oh, I feel marvelous.
Who is Sir Jason Winters?
For the first 47 years of my life, I was a explorer.
We went up the Mackenzie River by canoe to the Arctic, shot all the rapids and so on. It's just an exciting life, and we like excitement. We crossed the Rockies in Canada by balloon.
How much control do you have?
Well, we have complete control about going up and coming down, but sideways we have to rely on the wind.
You can come down whenever you want?
Yeah, sometimes sooner than we want.
You have any idea where you're going to land?
We're almost positive we'll land in England, Ireland, France, or Spain.
All of a sudden the phone rings, and it's somebody from the radio station telling me that they've lost contact with Jason and he had crashed.
I was shocked.
Do you have a family?
Yes, I got 5 children.
What did your wife think?
I remember him coming home on a Tuesday. We're going to Alaska. And when are we going? He said Friday.
When I was growing up, my father did a lot of stunts. I was shocked.
A Jaguar through a brick wall in Auckland, New Zealand.
We're moving to Australia. Took all of us kids out of school.
Who takes a family of 7 to Australia with $500?
He had a wonderful way of making you feel you could do anything.
And suddenly it all came to an end. I used to smoke 40 cigarettes a day, drink half a bottle of whiskey every day, go out partying all night long, having a wonderful time. Life was just fantastic. They found that I had a giant tumor wrapped around my carotid artery and jugular vein.
Wow.
And they cut me from the top of my head down to here. Sewed me up very quickly. I'm sorry, it didn't work. You have terminal cancer. Also, I had cancer of the tongue and the jawbone and the tonsils, all through here.
My name is Chris Wark. I'm a 20-year colon cancer survivor. I'm an author, speaker, health coach. I went into the hospital, had surgery, they took out the tumor. It's worse than we thought, you're stage 3.
I had a radical hysterectomy for the uterine and the cervical cancer. And I said, what hope do I have? He said, I can't give you any hope.
He said that it was impossible to operate on right then, that if I underwent about 70 shots of cobalt radiation, maybe it would reduce the swelling and then they could operate. I went through 5 weeks of this cobalt radiation. I went from 240 pounds down to 150 pounds.
Oh my God.
I had no hair. My face on this side was burned black.
Black?
Black, yes. If you want to come back into the hospital in a week's time, we will completely remove your tongue, your whole jawbone, your voice box. I said, will I live any longer if you do that? And he said, no, but you will have an easier death. And I said, look, I'm an actor. How will I look without a jawbone and everything? He said, no one will see you anyway.
Oh my God.
And I said no to the operation. And I started reading all the religious books, and it mentions 27 times in the Bible. It only takes a few minutes to go from an atheist to a true believer.
What a great sense of humor Jason had. He was always smiling and laughing and joking around at the office, lighthearted and uplifting presence to be around.
I noticed a health food store, talked to the manager, and he brought out a can of, just like this, of Sir Jason Winters tea.
Finding Jason Winters tea in my cancer journey was a highlight.
He started telling me Sir Jason Winters' story. I was just in disbelief. And he brought me the book, Killing Cancer. He said, if you want, I'll give you the tea, but buy the book. So I did that. And I have since then always had my Jason Winters tea, always. This was in 1992.
And then I read where Buddha told the Indian people 2,500 years ago to use herbaline for their tumors. That's a herb that grows in India. I didn't know they had cancer in those days.
Right.
2,500 years ago.
They did?
They did, yes. I remembered also that when we were making movies in 1955, we used to shoot Western movies. That's where the Indians attacked the wagon trains and 5,000 Indians die while 2 white guys, me and Audie Murphy, managed to win. All the sophisticated white people would get to one side, have coffee and donuts and smoke big black cigars. And the Indians would get to one side and they would cut down sage and chaparral and they'd make a tea of it. Jim, why on earth do you drink such putrid stuff? And he said, because we purify our blood. They've done it for 10,000 years. We went in search of the herbaline that Buddha spoke about. We've been assured it was the most powerful herb in the world.
Jason believed that nature held secrets that modern medicine had forgotten.
We went to Singapore, the only place we could locate it.
It was panic to find something that was going to help.
Found a woman on Water Street that gave me a great big bottle of the stuff for $127. Guaranteed me it would work, and my heart was singing. I went back to the Mandarin Hotel, started making a tea of this stuff. In a week, I was worse than before. I went back to see her. She turned her back on me and said, well, it usually works. It didn't in your case.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I don't know why. I gave her another $127 for another bottle of this stuff. We got on a plane and we went to Tucson, Arizona, where the Indians use this chaparral and sage. Checked into the Santa Rita Hotel. I had to get special permission from all the airlines because I looked so bad.
No one ever does anything when things are easy.
Started making then 2 lots of tea, the chaparral and sage tea that the Indians use, and then the herbaline. And the manager of this deluxe hotel, 4-star hotel, came up and said, what the heck are you doing? You're smelling up the whole hotel. It smelled awful, you know.
Right.
But he didn't throw me out because I looked so bad.
Yeah.
And a doctor came to me and said if he was in my condition, he would go back to England. He was English. He said in England they're more open to alternative therapies. And if you're going to die, it's good to go home to die. So we got on a plane. When I left America, they said you have 9 weeks to 3 months to live. I owed American Express, my God, $20,000. And yet they still accepted my card.
Oh,
this was first
that's a miracle in itself.
Yeah,
that's the first miracle, right?
And I got the economy tickets. We went back to England, expecting to die. Checked into this hotel, and I called the Archbishop of Canterbury. And our Archbishop of Canterbury is like the Pope. No one gets to talk to him. But he answered the phone. Second miracle for me.
Right.
And I said to him, what herb is it you think that is mentioned in the Bible so many times for blood purification? The life is in the blood of Christ, purify your blood, all things fall away. 27 times. He said he will have to check on it and let me know. And I said, please don't take too long. So the next day he called me back and said it was red clover. Now I was making 3 lots of tea. At 5 to 10, it was a Wednesday morning, I was lying on the kitchen floor, too weak to make a pot of herbaline tea and then chaparral tea and red clover. I thought, to heck with it, I'm going to die, I will mix them together. I drank a gallon of the stuff that day, and so I did. And with the first sip, something strange happened to me. I could kind of remember the taste, even though it was impossible. Strength filled my body. I didn't have any thoughts of death.
This tea became his lifeline, balancing the body, supporting the immune system, and restoring his strength.
I drank this for 9 weeks. When I went back to the Lambeth Hospital, could not find one thing wrong with me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You mean pain left your body too?
Everything.
In 9 weeks?
Yes. Except that I was about, at that time, 80 pounds underweight. And it made all the newspapers, this amazing recovery. And a guy named Dr. Ian Pierce came to see me, and he didn't believe in any of this, and he said, let me examine you. Actually, he said, where the hell is this concoction? And I said, it's here. I'm mixing it all the time. He said, I'm going to take some with your permission and test it. It was red clover, herbaline, and chaparral. 3 herbs.
I love the tea. I love Jason's story.
Strangely enough, mentioned by 3 prophets from 3 different continents. A few weeks later, he came back and he said, I've got bad news for you. This combination of herbs didn't cure any illness. All they did is they purified your blood to such an extent that your natural immunity started working. He said, when you mix the 3 herbs together, the red clover is well known for blood purification, and so is the sage and chaparral. But when you mixed it with the herbaline, it acted as a catalyst, and it purified your blood so much that your body healed itself.
What is known about these herbs is they do have anti-cancer benefits, immune-boosting benefits, antimicrobial benefits. It makes sense when you combine them in certain applications, you get a synergy. The body creates cancer and the body can heal it with a holistic, radical, life-changing approach.
Sir Jason Winters has always been there to purify your blood, take care of our bodies, ourselves. We have to choose a lifestyle that's healthy. My name is Karen Stevens. I am a 33-year cancer survivor.
He said, God did not throw us down here and say, here's 10,000 fast food restaurants, there's pollution in the air, pollution in the water, have a good time. He gave us something in our body to heal ourselves called the immune system. And in biblical times, any one of those herbs would and did work in different continents to purify the blood so the body healed itself. Nowadays, our blood is so toxic that it took the combined efforts of the 3 herbs mixed together to purify your blood, and your body healed itself. One thing, he said, an amazing thing, Buddha told the Indian people 2,500 years ago to use a special herb. When we analyzed it in the laboratory, we found that herbaline is a catalyst, and it made the other 2 27 times stronger. And that's why this worked for you. God put a herb on each continent to purify the blood. And the Indians know that, the Chinese know that, and knowing full well that if you purify your blood, then your natural immunity can start working and your body can heal itself. He said that's the basis of everything.
What are the most important things to do for cancer prevention? And it's a pretty short list. The first thing is eating a whole food, plant-based diet. Eating a diet that's rich in fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, herbs and spices, legumes, all of this wonderful food from the earth, preferably organic as much as possible. And having a strong faith and strong friendships are a recipe for health and longevity. It couldn't be more simple. It's just that a lot of people don't want to do it. And eating a whole food, plant-based diet and exercising and managing your stress.
Since that time, people around the world use it. It's available in 70 countries, and that's why every day on radio and TV I say terminal cancer was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I could see that. It changed your life and all those miracles and all these people you're affecting.
Yeah. In the Chinese language, it's sold all those millions of copies.
And his message was just speaking right into my soul, and then got me excited about herbs and about drinking the Jason Winters tea.
It's delicious. It's delicious.
I'm working with Prince Charles on the Federation of Integrated Medicine, and he wrote a famous letter to the British Medical Association where they're testing all of the acupuncture, all kinds of alternative therapies, and allowing them, if they work, into the hospitals. And Prince Charles made me promise to be a peacemaker. I've been to Washington a few times. We've even got an award from the American Congress.
Really?
We're the only company in the alternative health field to do this, as we work with governments, doctors, FDA. We don't attack anyone. There's no hatred in us. In many alternative therapies, they have great animosity towards doctors. We work with them, and Prince Charles and Clinton and all these people help us because of that.
I understand you had some sort of message from President Clinton.
Yes, he thanked us very much for the work we were doing, and we received the Congressional Award for having 1 million customers in Asia that are creating jobs for Americans here, of course,
That's incredible.
If he could have one wish, what would it be? World peace.
When I got back to America, 2 doctors came to see me, one from Holland and one from Belgium. One was Dr. Sir Hank Oswald, and the other one was Dr. Charles Mengen. And they were both knights, and they come out there, they examined me, and by this time I was looking good again. And they said, do you have any letters from anyone else that this has worked for them? Just one, if you have, we'd like to see it. And my son Raymond, who's sitting there, he took them into the warehouse and showed them barrels with 100,000 letters. They asked permission, they'd take out a letter, they'd read it. Can I call these people? Yes, go ahead. Such people as Charlton Heston, Red Buttons, famous people, Fred McMurray. But the majority of the people, of course, were just ordinary people like us. And they were absolutely amazed. About 2 weeks later, I got a letter with first-class tickets in it to go to Malta for being of excellence, to be knighted, and they were going to pay for the room and the whole thing. I thought, this is great, So we got that Cauchy Award, and then we got 9 others, actually, from Spain, Belgium, the Netherlands, South Africa, Malta, the United States Congress.
Your dad was a genius.
I have been asked to join the alternative health field. And I hate to say this because there's probably a lot of people here that are absolutely 100% against doctors, like in America, and all for natural health. Well, I won't join the alternative health field because Prince Charles made me promise to be a peacemaker and try to get everyone to work together, and his knowledge of herbs. He formed an organization called the Foundation of Integrated Medicine. The FDA are very, very important. When we formed the Federation of Integrated Medicine, and I'm the president, we hire people in different countries and we appoint them as ambassadors. One in Canada at the General Hospital. There they have a section now for Chinese herbs and vitamins and nutrition. Another one, Teresa Wu in Singapore, who is actually invited into the hospitals by doctors to talk about our products and to get the patients using it.
What is that special story with Prince Charles? What happened with him exactly?
When I was, after I spoke to the Archbishop of Canterbury, I went to the King's College Hospital for a 10th opinion, and they looked at me and said there was no hope. This is before I mixed the teas together. And Prince Charles came up to me. He was visiting someone else in the hospital. He looked at my chart and he put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "Don't worry, Mr. Winters. Only God can tell you when you're going to die."
Now, the famous author Ruth Montgomery, she mentions you in her book.
She wrote to me, asked if she could write a chapter about me in her book, Threshold to Tomorrow, because she said that when I was on the operating room table and had that biopsy, a thoroughly terrified spirit of Jason Winters left, and another spirit came in, one that is a herbalist and a doctor. And she claims that this is a walk-in, and it's happening all the time. The strange thing that I didn't tell you, because I didn't know you wanted to get into this, but
sure.
After the operation, my food habits changed completely. I started eating hot, spicy curry, Indian curry. All the drinks I liked, I did not like anymore. All the clothes, the colors changed.
Wow.
I looked at my wife and I couldn't believe it was my wife. I couldn't even remember marrying her, but I could remember all about India and a childhood in India, and it ended up in divorce. And we recently did the Sightings show where they went into great detail and interviewed my ex-wife, and she claims after the operation I was an absolute and complete stranger.
Wow.
My sister said that she doesn't know where I obtained this knowledge of herbs, and neither do I, really.
Wow.
It's a very interesting book. Anwar Sadat was supposed to be another one. He really thought he was a walk-in, but whatever it was, I had a great psychological change, and I know beyond a shadow of a doubt after visiting Tibet that there's life after death, and not to worry so much about anyone dying, whether you die at 70 or 90, it's just a twinkling of an eye and you're probably back here again. This hospital tested the tea on cancer patients, and evidently cancer patients usually die of starvation. They can't keep anything down, especially with this chemotherapy.
Right.
So they found out that if they drink this tea, that they can have a more liberal diet.
When you went around to these other countries, you came in contact with royalty, you came in contact with the government officials.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome onto stage Sir Jason Winters.
Thank you all for coming to listen to some poor old man talk about herbs.
3 words that describe Sir Jason.
Yes.
Spontaneous.
Compassionate.
He was way ahead of his time.
Charismatic.
My father was knighted in 1984 for his work in the health industry.
He called me up and said that they offered him a knighthood.
It's a prestigious order, and they flew me over there.
For an Englishman, or a member of the Commonwealth, being a knight with the Queen of England as the head of the order is a dream come true.
Gave me the knighthood, and then suddenly everyone started listening to me. And I think it was Prince Charles that right after that wrote me a letter and said, "I'm absolutely astounded and amazed that you have survived since we last met. I've got them all in here. And now I'm in the newspapers and looking so healthy." And
Jason Winters' tea has become legendary.
After that, we got the government award in Japan's the Koshi Award.
More than anything, Sir Jason's story wasn't just about his herbal tea. It was about a choice to search, a choice to hope, a choice to believe, a choice for a better life.
Antioxidants are the greatest thing in the world to fight all disease. They go into the body and they chase down free radicals. Isn't it funny that the top scientists have found out that the combination of the tea that Jesus spoke about, Buddha, and the Indians and Mexicans are the best antioxidants. Mixed together, they are 27 times stronger.
Wow.
Antioxidants. Jesus knew about it 2,000 years ago.
What are those herbs?
That's the ones I was talking about.
That's the same one?
Exactly the same. What a surprise to me to think that I had accidentally mixed together 3 of the most powerful antioxidants in the world. Exactly the same antioxidants that everyone is saying, no, you must take. I've never seen a shark with cancer. There are 7,000 main species of life in the world. Only 63 of them get cancer. The other 6,900 and something never get cancer.
For over 4 decades, countless people around the world have made it a part of their daily lives, not only for wellness, but as a reminder that even in the darkest hour, there is always hope.
Where are you going from here?
Back to Las Vegas, and then I'm going to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia to give some lectures, and then Singapore.
Jason Winter's story is being told, that he had this remarkable cancer healing story.
And then maybe 10 days rest in Manila.
I think they should make a movie out of your life.
I wish you would.
Jason Winter's tea is more than a drink. It's a legacy of survival, perseverance, and faith in the wisdom of nature.
Yuji and his partners understood the value of the tea. These people are responsible for spreading my father's word. That's a big deal. It's not about me. It's bigger than that. It's about my dad and his. I love it. I think that they all love my dad, and I'm just like the messenger. So me, they're just there to see my father, and once you realize that, it's kind of empowering. That the Japanese way is that it doesn't matter how much goes wrong in your life, you always get up and try again. Doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. I think the saying is, if you get knocked down 7 times, you get up 8. And that's what they do. And that's why they're so successful. Very nice to meet you.
That we call it tea of life.
I'm really happy. Thank you so much, okay? Great day to be in Tokyo.
What would your dad say right now?
Oh, he'd be happy as can be. Englishmen love storms. He'd be really happy. Maybe stop at a pub and get a pint. He'd love it here. My father told me when I was 24 years old that Japan would be our future. This is where we make our mark. Being here with these people and showing them that I care is a really big, really important part of my job. More important than all the logistical stuff, all the other. He had a lot of foresight, and he loved these people. He loved this country. It was fun, sir. Tomorrow is 2 cities, and we're going to be tired. It's going to be a big, long day. And then we get up and do it again the next day. Those days are long for us. Puts a little pressure on us to do a good job. EOS has now more than 210,000 members. This means a lot to us Everything started from my father's story, his will not to die, and his courage. A passionate man, and he was driven in his efforts to reach as many people as possible of hope and victory over cancer. My father devoted his life to helping people like you and me. More than that, though, my father was a kind and he was a gentleman. He shared the beliefs of Christians as well as Buddhists, and he never judged others for their own beliefs. In the early 1980s, a man came to our booth. He was wrapped in bandages over most of his body. When the other people saw him, they all moved away. Not my father. He walked over and he hugged the man, and he told him, "If I could, I would be in your place." And that was the first time I ever saw him cry. He knew that man's pain. He'd been there himself. And that kind of empathy is hard to find in this world. But at the very beginning, my father would give the tea away for free. So happy to be alive. He wanted to share his story. Then as word of the tea grew, we realized that we would have to sell the tea and start a business to keep up with demand. The very first article to come out on the tea was the Toronto Star. Then in the United States, a national health magazine, the Healthy Newsletter, devoted a special double issue. And after the article came out, I remember the first day there were 3 orders. And then the next day there were 5. And then 20. And the next day 50. And then the next day 1,000 orders. And one day there were 5,000 orders in one day. This is maybe 1980. There was no internet, no smartphone. Those people really wanted the tea so bad. Trisun International was founded in June of 1980 by Sir Jason Winters, my father, and myself. Then in 1984, we formed Jason Winters International as the international branch of the company. My father knew that Japan was the key to our success. He knew that our future lay in Japan, and he was right. I know my father would be very happy with our great accomplishments in Japan. And I really think that we should all be happy with the progress so far and have the wonderful members like you going out there every day telling people about the tea. If we use the philosophy of Sir Jason and the guidance of Yuji Ishikawa and our vision for the future, we can still be the biggest herbal tea brand in Japan. My father started helping people and talking about the tea and cleansing over 39 years ago. He was always looking for a new formula to help stimulate the immune system. Towards the end of his life, he began to develop a formula which would become the Bio Plus. This was his last great accomplishment in cleansing, and it's very important to use the Bio Plus with the tea. You know, nothing good is ever easy. The company is now 5 times larger than it was when I began my run as head of JWT. So I want to thank you all again for your hard work in spreading my father's story and the story of JWT. Minasan, arigatou gozaimasu. I remember how it all began for us. Everything started from my father's story, his will not to die, and his courage. My father was a passionate man, and he was driven in his efforts to reach as many people as possible and relate the story of hope.
近所ないんですね。Yes. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
'He shared the beliefs of Christians as well as Buddhists, and he never judged others for their own beliefs. He was many things, and he walked many roads on his own way to enlightenment.
せん。あらかじめご了承いただきますようお願いいたします。すべて限定商品となります。限定商品ます。商品がなくなり次第販売を終了とさせていただきます。あらかじめご了承いただきますようお願いいたします。
左側へお進みください。
さあ、レイモンド・ウィンターズ Please come up to the stage!
More important than any of the staff, it's the members. And that's true. They're the ones on the front line. They're the ones that are forwarding the story of my father. I'm very excited and happy to be here. It's the members that are important. We have over 200,000. Can you believe that? 15 years of business in Japan. And in that time, we've endured a lot of hardship. And really, I'm happy that they've accepted me. We lost my father. And then came the great earthquake. Surprise! Hi, everyone. You know, I wanted to thank you all for taking the time to be here this evening. You are the most important part of the company. My father would always tell me, get up in the morning, look in the mirror, and say to yourself, you are special. Your life has meaning and you have values. Cheers!
My name is Koda Fuji, and I'm the CEO of EOS Corporation for Sir Jason Wheeler's products. My first impression of Sir Jason was that he was a truly wonderful person with a smile that always seemed to be accompanied by a joke. Every one of them in Japan was captivated by that smile. What I learned from him was never forget to smile no matter what. That is how the future will always open up. Jason Wheeler's tea he created at the risk of his own life has brought a better future to many people and saved many lives even in Japan. I cannot forget his smile, and he continues to live on in my heart.
In his dream, he always told me, Ray, our future is in Japan, our future is in Asia.
I hope that more people around the world will come to know Sir Jason Wheeler's life story. We want to carry on a great work of Sir Jason Wheeler's, who made a significant contribution to the development of integrated medicine and used the Sir Jason Wheeler's product.
And he was right. It's now our #1 market. Supporting a lot of people through the company worldwide.
I have been using GWT herbal products for the past 37 years and sharing the benefits which help people around the world. Sir Jason Winter is like a father to me. He's loving, caring, compassionate, and full of drive in leading me. I enjoy doing his work.
I know he's up there looking at us, looking down and being, happy. Success isn't built on success. Success is built on failure, on terror. Yeah, it is. It's true. It's built on you're terrified to fail and you don't want to lose. And you think my dad founded the tea because he was happy? He founded the tea because he was terrified to die and he loved us. Two things, love and terror. And that means so much. JWT. He's not happy. Wait. Okay. Okay, we got it.
Okay.
We have it. JWT. Now, he would also advise me, don't ever be afraid to dream. The dreamers are the people that change the world. I'm really happy to be here celebrating our 20th year working together. How are you? Good to see you. Nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I'll see you all inside, okay? Bye. Wow. Hi, how are you? Our first meeting, all those years ago, was probably this big. It doesn't work for me like that.
株式会社イオスコーポレーション代表取締役石川裕二です。JSO インターズ商品を販売させていただいております。
We searched our whole life for a company that really understood us and what the team was all about. Dad met Yuji and his partners who saw the same possibilities we did. JWT was born, and millions of people worldwide, lives have been changed for the better. My father looked at Yuji like a son. I now feel like Yuji is my brother. I have something wonderful and a special to award with a very special decree from the Order of St. John. My father and I are knights in. Today, it gives me great pleasure to recognize a man that through his kind nature and selflessness set himself apart from all others. Yuji, my brother, 20 years ago, hold on. Thank you. In the face of the loss of my father, you and I made a deal. You saw me at my saddest moment, and you have done your very best to continue my father's work, and you have surpassed all expectations. The Knights of Malta, the hereditary order, presents this decree with special thanks and recognition to Yuji Ichikawa-san for honoring the life of Knight Commander, Knight of Grace, Sir Jason Winters, my father, and your endeavors towards the promotion of good health to people worldwide. I am so incredibly happy and honored today to be able to give this award to you, Yuji. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. You deserve it. Good man. We also have this decree, and this will recognize Yuji's work over the last 20 years.
In the name of our Lord, and of Saint Michael, and of Saint John, arise, confer Yuji Ishikawa.
You're awesome. Yeah. Thank you for all your work, posting all the time. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. So I want to thank you to the members of EOS for sharing this wonderful journey with us. And thank you to the founding members and all the staff that are here now.
And we just want to get the whole world drinking Jason Winters tea.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Dad, look, we did it. This is going to be fantastic. It's our obligation to eat well, to think well, and to work out. It's the start of many locations. I'm very excited about it.
I want one of these dishes.
Drink Jason Winters tea, because your health is your greatest gift.
This is Hong Kong, Victoria Peak. Just like you requested, Yuji and I were here 10 years ago, this very same spot. And now it's my great honor that Yuji is with me again. It's the 20th anniversary of your passing away. This is where we came. Well, Dad, here we are. Jason Winters tea. You loved tea. I tell you, I love you and thank you for letting me have a wonderful life. Thank you for introducing me to Yuji-san and EOS Corporation. I miss you.
I miss his faith in life. I miss the way he thought about the nature of the universe and the way he felt about people and how he wanted to change the world. These are the things that I miss most about him.
I never had the opportunity to meet Sir Jason Winters, but if I did, if he was still alive today, I wouldn't just want to hang out with him. I would probably say, can I follow you around the world?
Tastes good.
お金じゃない。地位や名声でもない。冗談だ。
Look at that. It looks awesome, you guys. Fantastic. Perfect. Oh yeah, it's incredible.
Friends and families around the world, may this season fill your hearts with hope, your homes with warmth, and your lives with renewed purpose. As we look toward the coming year, may we all strive for world peace, kindness, and deeper understanding toward all people. Let us remember that compassion and love know no borders. Wishing you a healthy, peaceful, and prosperous year.